The next one I want to talk about is Mike LaFleur to the Cardinals, which, like, I felt like the Cardinals being able to pick between those two coaches is the ideal situation that you're going into. One thing that I like just don't like the idea of is that the Cardinals are already going to have Mike LaFleur set up for failure before he even walks through the door. It's the worst kept secret across the entire
Yeah.
NFL that like Kyler Murray is not going to be the quarterback there next year. It is already getting reported that Jacoby Brissett is going to be a trade target for the Jets because him and Frank Reich won 7 games together in Indianapolis fucking years ago. But really, what it comes down to is like the timelines don't match up. And one, I don't know what Kyler Murray did to all these people because there's already reports of players like saying, like, warning the Jets, like, don't trade for Kyler Murray because he's such a bad guy or whatever. Like, so I don't know, like, what the hell Kyler Murray did. I can't imagine that he did anything that crazy. And it just seems to be like, at this point, like, gone way too far. Like, I understand maybe not liking somebody or whatever, but like, it is what it is. But also, at the same time, if you look at the quarterback market and who's available and who could potentially be a starter next year, Kyler Murray is the best option on the list. And having Mike LaFleur walk through the door, look at him and say, one, if Jacoby Brissett's your starter next year, hang it up. It's that's already a bad option. Two, hey, we have a guy that's under contract for 3 more years who is decent. We might have to, the same way that the Philadelphia Eagles commit to a style of play, like we probably also need to commit to a style of play that might not be conducive for like high scoring or as like aesthetically pleasing to watch because the quarterback might be a little bit more limited and we need to just like really play to his strong suits. And instead of just like adopting that idea and being able to win 8 to 10 games, which 2 seasons ago they did win 8 games in a very
Yeah.
tough NFC West, and then bottomed out this year because they thought that it was a good idea to bench Kyler. And I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, like Kyler Murray's the answer, Kyler Murray's the truth, because we have a dumbass in a group chat that like thinks that I like own part of the Cardinals or something like that, and like tries to get under my skin every single time. And it's like, no, have a logical conversation about the Arizona Cardinals. What would set them best up for success next season? What would set up their brand new head coach with the best success next season? Because we watch this play out time and time again where a new coach walks through the door, and if the GM and the front office are not setting that guy up with the best possible shot to win. And I'm not saying that the Cardinals are going to go win the Super Bowl next year, but can they win? Can they win 7 to 10 games and potentially compete for a wild card spot? Why not? You know what I mean? Why not? Like, why not try at least? And you might miss it because you're in a very talented division. But like at the same time, just looking at your fans in the face, looking at season ticket holders in the face, and just being like, yep, our plan next year at quarterback is going to be Spencer Rattler. We're going to trade for him from the New Orleans Saints. It's an absolute slap and spit in the face to the fans, the season ticket holders, the brand new head coach that you just hired, and it's a spit in the face to just like what you're trying to build with everybody else in the building, because it's like, at what point are we going to take this serious? They absolutely fumbled the fucking bag last year with Kyler Murray. Like, plain flat and fucking simple. The Jacoby Brissett start over Kyler Murray for the rest of the season because for whatever reason they don't like him was absolutely inexcusable and stupid. And it got everybody fired. So, and now you're looking at a situation where it's like, okay, now you look at the GM, you look at Monty Ossenfort, and you're like, hey, brother, what have you done for me lately? Because I don't fully sit here and think that like he is going to be able to just go ahead and say that his job is 100% safe in for next season. I just want to go over some of their drafts that they've had. Like, you go back to, let's just go to 2024 real quick, because is that Monty's first year? Okay, no, Monty's first year was 2023. They had the number 2 overall pick, and Will Anderson Jr. was sitting on the board, and they trade back with the Texans to pick 6. And instead of taking Will Anderson Jr., who's a generational edge rusher, you get like an all right tackle. Like, you know what? You get Paris Johnson Jr., which he's good, but he's not like the best. So like, boom, that's a missed pick in the first round. And like, you just look at Monty's drafts here for the rest of the time. BJ Ojulari, he hasn't played a goddamn snap. Garrett Williams, he was supposed to be the next hot nickel in the league, and he absolutely flopped us last year. Michael Wilson's a damn good pick. John Gaines, nothing. Clayton Tune, nothing. Owen Poppins, nothing. Contrell Clark, nothing. Dante Stills, nothing. In 2020, let's just go to the 2024 draft here. They take Marv they had 2 first-round picks. They take Marv at number 4. The worst top 5 pick of all time. The worst top 5 pick of all time when you have Malik Neighbors sitting on the board who went right after him. You have Joe Alt sitting on the board that went right after them. That's a generational tackle, and that is an absolute generational dog wide receiver. And instead, you go with Marvin Harrison Jr., who's been an absolute flop. Then you get Darius Robinson, who's been one of the worst defensive linemen in the entire NFL. Snaps, he's not that good. Trey Benson's an absolute flop at wide receiver. Let's just call it is what it is. You look at the rest of the draft class, it's absolute shit. Then you go to 2025. You take Walter Nolan, 16 overall. He might be decent. Who knows? He was hurt for majority of the year because he tweaked his calf in the offseason. Then you got Will Johnson Jr. He had fucking soft tissue injury concerns in the second round. Guess what he missed majority of the season this year with? Soft tissue. Even though he might be decent, those concerns popped up already. Jordan Birch was supposed to be okay. Who knows? He didn't play. Cody Simon was supposed to be okay. Who knows? He didn't play. These draft classes that he is putting together absolutely fucking suck. Yeah, and then now you're going to sit here and you're going into the 2026 draft with the 3rd pick in the draft, and they're already kind of like hinting at the facts of like, we're kind of open for business because a quarterback's not in the market. Honestly, at this point, if you're true heart of hearts, say here, one, if you trade back in the first round again and miss out on a top tier talent, like a top edge, a top fucking tackle, and you miss out on a top tackle again because you're acquiring resources, stop being a fucking pussy and take somebody who's actually going to be a really good fucking football player for you. Yeah. And on the other side of things, if your plan at quarterback is to just like nothing as of right now, then take Ty Simpson at 3 and fucking plant your flag on a dude and pretty much say this is that my tenure pretty much is on this, because at that point you can look at your coach in the face, you can look at your fan base in the face, and you can look at everybody else in the building in the face and be like, Ty Simpson's our guy. He is our guy moving forward. This is our quarterback, and this is who we're going to build around. They have a damn good roster. Their defense isn't half bad. Their offense isn't half bad. They need some help on the line, they have weapons.
When healthy, offense. Yes. When they're healthy,
And it's just like, figure this out. Don't put everybody in such a bad fucking situation, because at this point, the way the timelines are matching up and the way that like all the tidbits and the rumors and everything that you're hearing all the time about the Arizona Cardinals, if this is actually how they're going to approach the season, Mike LaFleur is going to enter the Cardinals facility. They are going to fucking suck this year. They're going to take a quarterback in next year's draft and they're going to fucking suck again. And then he'll get fired. So, like, why do that to your guy? Set up your coaches for the best success. And if they don't do that, then I can't help them. Sorry for going on so long. Go ahead. What do you have to say about the Cardinals?
I think that it's a tough situation for him to walk into. On one side, like you said, you're dealing with a fractured relationship with Kyler Murray and the front office. On the other side, it's just deciding, well, Kyler Murray's actually our best option. Can this front office and Kyler Murray, can we all amend this enough to move past it so that we don't find ourselves in 3 years trying to figure out who we're going to draft at quarterback? Because that is going to be the biggest this quarterback situation is going to be the biggest thing for this Arizona Cardinals team to figure out, because I agree with you. I think Kyler Murray is their best option. The free agent quarterbacks that are available are absolutely horrific. I don't think that I don't think that anybody's trading for anybody. I don't think
there's Jimmy G.
There's not even anybody.
You want Jimmy G to be the quarterback going into next season?
That's the name. That's the name I did text you as a joke. But I just don't think that there's any better option. I think that you need to have a sit down with everybody and say, look, Kyler is going to give us the best chance to win. I need you as the front office to, if it is their fault, to suck it up and be a man about this scenario, because I care about this football team. I want to win football games, and I can't do this with week in and week out rumors about how you guys don't like the quarterback that is going to put us in the best chance to win. So that's the very first conversation that I get figured out if I'm Mike LaFleur in Arizona. From there, you can begin to build what your vision is as an offense. And like you said, it might be we have to figure out what we're really good at and just go 100% into that like the Eagles did. And from there, that could lead you to the promised land with your number 3 overall pick if you decide, hey, we're going to get this thing figured out with Kyler. We're going to get this thing figured out with Marv. We have Trey McBride. We have Michael Wilson. What are we missing on the offense? You said it already. They might need some help along the offensive line. You can figure that out. I think they probably need a running back.
They need
the option that you presented me the other week when we were talking about this is the option that I would pursue. And I don't want to give it away if you want to do a deeper dive into it, but I like the Kyler Murray path.
I just keep talking. I'm going to pull up the free agency, the running backs in free agency this year, because there is one that I like, but continue to go ahead.
Okay, then I'll say it. I think if you aren't picking an offensive lineman, I think you have to go and try to improve that running back room. And I think that Jeremiah Love is that guy that can come in and be an immediate impact for you on the offensive side of the ball in Arizona. And that is if you decide to keep Kyler Murray.
Think about this. Think about this for real quick. You're sitting here, and let's just say we're keeping Kyler Murray at the number 3 pick. We're going to take Spencer Fano or the other guy from I forget who it is from Miami. The potential one of those 2 tackles. They're going to be
both dogs.
We're going to take one of those offensive linemen, and then we have Trey McBride. We have Marvin Harrison Jr. We have Michael Wilson, and then listen to the free agency running backs that we have in this class: Travis Etienne, Javonte Williams, Rico Dowdle, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker. Like those guys, they're all dudes. So I don't think you should, if you want to take Jeremiah Love, take Jeremiah Love. But at this point, take an offensive lineman, take a young offensive lineman, because that's what you need, or a quarterback, and then literally sit here and be like, I know Breece Hall and Mike LaFleur have ties back to the New York Jets and all of that, and that could potentially be a pairing, or Kenneth Walker or whatever. And that's probably the direction that I personally would take if I was the Arizona Cardinals, because it would give you that option at quarterback that, yes, he might be limited, but you need to commit to a specific play style. You have the pass catching weapons. You bolster up the O-line. There's multiple players in free agency on the O-line too. And you still have options at running back who are young guys who can be dogs. And that is probably the best path to take. One thing that I don't like, real quick, and we can move on, but the fact that they even thought, the fact that anybody came to anybody in the Arizona Cardinals organization and said, yep, we really need to hire Nathaniel Hackett on this staff.
Yeah, I wanted to get
not only do we have to hire Nathaniel Hackett on the staff, we need him to be the offensive coordinator. What has Nathaniel Hackett done in the last 10 years to stamp this being the correct move? He has been a flame out ever since he's left Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers, and he has failed every step along the way. Why in the world? How fucking stupid are these organizations across the board? It's not just the Cardinals, it's everybody who does this stupid ass shit. That it's why can me and you sit here who have fucking jobs, who don't do this for a living, and could probably logically sit here and say, no, Nathaniel Hackett has zero fucking business being on our staff because he's been bad for the last decade. Why in the world would anybody fucking entertain the idea? And don't sit here. Cardinals fans, don't come in the fucking comments and say, oh, he's not calling plays. I don't give a fuck. That guy shouldn't be anywhere close to any offense in the NFL because of how bad he's been. So why do it? It just makes zero fucking sense. So that hire alone, like, just already made me start to question this Mike LaFleur era and what the fuck are the Cardinals thinking? Like, somebody just say no.
Yeah, I would have given this hire a higher grade if it wasn't paired with the Nathaniel Hackett at offensive coordinator within a day? Did he get hired a day after Mike LaFleur got hired?
Like, that was his guy, apparently.
I don't understand it whatsoever. The only success that Nathaniel Hackett has had has been holding the pocket of Aaron Rodgers, and that was when Aaron Rodgers was playing at prime Aaron Rodgers level, and Nathaniel Hackett probably stood there and said, you got this. And the moment that Aaron Rodgers wasn't playing at that level, we saw the real version of Nathaniel Hackett, and it's atrocious. I don't know what else you need to see from a guy like Nathaniel Hackett to be able to say, yeah, he's probably not worthy of being an offensive coordinator. Maybe he can, I don't know, maybe like what's like the lowest level offensive mind that you can be besides
like what if he,
like an analyst,
like
maybe?
Like, or what if he's like a passing game coordinator or a run game coordinator or something like that? Like
a run game coordinator assistant.
I just don't think that he should have any title as an OC. We watched him fail in Denver. Then we watch him go to the Jets. He sucks with the Jets. Like, he gets play calling duties revoked. Like, it's an absolute mess to think that is a good option. So, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like that at all. But let's not just continue to talk about the Cardinals. I just needed to voice my displeasure. I just spit it. Good girl, we're getting paper as a